On this episode of Bet Bath & Beyond, Andy and I talk about Tom Brady getting wasted at the Buccaneers parade. We talk about how we got ratioed by social media because we picked Antonio Brown over Megatron. Then we talk about UFC 258 and trade rumors in the NFL. Actually, we talk about the trade rumors before UFC 258, but just pretend I said the trade rumors first. Then we talk about UFC 258, Usman versus Gilbert Burns. We have some tipsters talk about who to bet on, and then we wrap up the show talking about trading cards and how popular they're becoming with some VR and video games scattered in there. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. I am Ian Peacock.
And I am Andy Heidemann. And I hate sports betting. No matter what you say, I'm betting 100 on it tonight.
Welcome to Bet Bath & Beyond.
Brought to you by B3T Sports.
.com and new sponsor alert, Excedrin. Excedrin, if you have a migraine or a headache, take Excedrin and it will help the migraine. It will help it go away.
Oh boy. If I would have had that earlier today.
Andy, maybe. Do you know of anyone who could have used Excedrin today?
Yeah, probably every single person on the Bucs team. After the weekend they've had,
you popped
all the parades.
You popped your migraine cherry today.
Yeah, I think I did. I've had a bad headache before, but that was like when we were on vacation with the family. We were up in the mountains in Colorado, and I think it was just altitude sickness that caused it. I have no idea what the fuck caused it today. My head hurts so bad.
Okay, well, I bring it up specifically at the beginning of our episode because I have a theory, and I saved this theory for the podcast when we were talking about it. Oh,
no, I know what this is going to be. I know what this is going to be.
Just listen to me, okay? You recently got into VR, correct?
Sure.
You recently played 5 hours on VR chat? Is that...
Yeah, absolutely I did, yeah.
I'm just saying, if someone... Like, I tap out an hour into it because, one, I need to charge my headset, but two, because my fucking eyes can't handle it anymore. For someone who's playing 5 consecutive hours of VR, don't you think that might contribute to a migraine?
My eyes are fried anyway. You got to remember, I mean, like, just in general, how often are we just staring at fucking screens every day? I mean, I don't think the VR is as bad as some of these others. I mean, my job is I stare at a screen all day, every day. And then when I take my break from my screen, I look at my smaller screen.
No, that's true. I mean, same here. But I think VR is a lot more taxing than the normal computer or the normal iPhone, you know?
The biggest thing that I get when I'm doing VR is not really my eyes. My eyes very rarely hurt from it. It's my ears because I wear glasses. So the headset presses on my glasses and pushes them into my fucking skull.
Why don't you just take the glasses off?
Because then I can't see, Ian. How am I supposed to read my fucking sign that my avatar holds up that says "More weebs, less Ugandans"? I don't. That's
what. How, for real though? On a daily basis, how much VR are you clocking in?
On a daily basis, like on a 7-day average. So what I do is I usually play VR twice a week. Very rarely do I play it more than that. I just binge it when I do it because
fucking never mind then. I play it every day.
It's not that bad.
I play it daily.
See, I can't. Well, because I have other games that I want to play too. Or some days I just can't play video games.
But see, that's
especially now that football's over though. Now I'm going to be rolling back into like more video games. But
yeah, well, that's the beauty of VR because I'm not a big video game. I mean, okay, let me correct myself. I am a big video game guy. I just don't play it anymore. I just don't really play video games anymore. I have a Switch. And if a new Zelda game comes out, I'll play it. I'll play the shit out of it. Some new Zelda games.
Right.
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2, hopefully coming out soon. They're
Electric Boogaloo.
They're talking about it. We'll see. 35th anniversary of Legend of Zelda coming up. We'll see. Or maybe it's the 25th anniversary of the Ocarina of Time. We will see.
I think it is. I think it is 25th anniversary of Ocarina of Time. That's a phenomenal game.
It is the best game. It is the best game.
Hold up, like.
Yes, it does.
It's really hard for me to. No, it doesn't. I mean, like,
yes, it absolutely
it's nostalgic and it's cool, and it's like as you're playing it, you're like, this is fun. But what I mean by that is, it doesn't like. It's not like some of those old 2D animated Disney movies where you watch it and you go, "Oh, this is nostalgic," but it also still like I can't believe this is animated the way that it is. I mean, graphically, it was innovative at the time, but nowadays it's so far behind what other things can do. It's kind of interesting. Don't get me wrong. That's one of my favorite games that I've ever played in my life. That and Majora's Mask. But
okay, now taking graphics aside, because it was the first 3D Zelda game ever made,
right?
And it at the time was groundbreaking graphically. I will say,
absolutely.
There are other aspects of the game that hold true. 3 of them.
I agree.
3 of them: the storyline / plot.
Yep.
The soundtrack is amazing. The soundtrack is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, and getting to find all the music for the ocarina and all that sort of shit.
3 is I can't remember. Gameplay. I don't know. I guess it's really the gameplay can also be because there's not really any glitches. Like, yes, there are some glitches, but it's not like unplayable or anything like that. But the plot, the storyline, and the soundtrack, those things hold up. They stand the test of time.
Zelda's always had really, really good music. I really like Wind Waker, too. Have you ever played Wind Waker?
Of course I played Wind Waker. I played every Zelda game. I played every
Wind
Zelda
Waker
game.
is phenomenal in the music department. Although, Wind Waker is one of the... It's got a... I don't know how to... A dopey art style. It's cool. It's different. And I like how
cartoony.
Yeah, it's cartoony. But it's like, you think about... I really like Twilight Princess. I think that's a very good Zelda game.
Also very good.
It's really dark, though. It's interesting how dark they went with that at the time. Because that was for the Wii... And I thought they were pushing family friendly on the Wii at that point in time because it was the family console.
Rated T for teen.
For teens.
First Zelda game to be rated T for teen.
And it earned that title because there were some parts in it where you're kind of like, oh, this is violent. you know, it's like in other Zelda games, it's like I'm hitting them, they're popping into smoke. You're hitting them here like they're disintegrating and they're like curling up into a ball.
Yeah. There might be even a little bit of blood, which was tight.
Yeah, I think that is true.
What was I going to say? Oh, how do we get into this? VR. Because I don't play that many video games anymore. However, I don't feel like I'm playing video games with VR. I really don't. I mean, It depends on the game you're playing, obviously. But usually, I'll take a midday break, maybe around lunch or like 2 o'clock, and just play some ping pong with the AI. Because my Wi-Fi is shitty sometimes, and I can't play with real people. So I'll just play against the AI. I just feel like it's a break. Like if I was in the office and I'd go and play some ping pong in the game room, it would just be like that.
My biggest thing with VR is that the things that don't feel like video games but feel more like experiences, I feel like require the most room, and I kind of have a small place.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to rearrange some stuff in here so that way I've got space for VR. To play things like what's the one that we looked at?
Echo,
that looked really fun. Also, the Bone game looked really great. I want to play Half-Life Alyx, and those things I think are going to require me to be able to swivel and move a bit and not smash my hands into my wall.
Right. No, there are so many games that I need so much more room than the tiny little office space that I'm using for VR. I need a giant goddamn warehouse, and the beauty of that is that I want to walk around and actually like explore the other areas of VR, because with the tiny space, I'm limited. I can't explore all of the spaces in VR.
So, well, have you ever played a video game for 5 hours?
For sure, yeah. All the games that we just talked about. All the games we just talked about, Zelda, I played for at the peak of my gameplay, probably 8 hours straight.
Yeah, okay.
A full day.
My biggest ones of like plow through, like I'm starting this and I'm gonna play it as much as I can, are a lot of Pokemon.
Oh, of course.
Like Emerald. Dude, you know what I mean? Like sitting down and just be like, my day is fucking shot.
The Game Boy Pokemon.
And then I played like a lot of things on the GameCube. Like played Zelda, and I played the other like Super Mario Sunshine. That's a very, very good game.
Very good
I
game.
want to Switch.
Yeah, Switch is good, especially since they're coming out with like all these nostalgic games for the Switch, like
They're
all the
still
Super
like
Mario.
$300 though.
Well, yeah, it's not going to come down anytime soon.
No, they're $299, and then fucking add that to the fact that all games are like $49.99 or whatever. It's like,
Well, yeah, but it's the
That's so
Switch.
expensive.
It's Nintendo.
it's Switch.
Okay, let's get into sports.
Okay, sure.
Sports betting specifically.
Huh.
My first talking point. So, first off, this is the first episode that we have where we really aren't going to talk about football, which is really sad.
You say that.
Well, you're
We're
not.
talking about. We're gonna talk a little bit about
Yeah,
football.
of course we're going to talk about football. Let me rephrase what I'm going to say. It's the first episode that we're going to talk about not the 2020 season, because on
Right.
last episode on Tuesday morning we talked about the Super Bowl, the last game of the year. Now, I do have a talking point about the Buccaneers parade because there is so much funny shit that happened. Much funny
I'm very
shit.
Glad.
Okay,
I'm
let's get into
very
it. Let's
glad.
just get. I'm gonna save the other thing. My other talking point, which is spoiler UFC 258,
Yep,
which
yep.
is this weekend. Usman versus Gilbert Burns. I do want to talk about that because I do have some tips. I have a buddy. I have a tipster in the UFC area. His name is Hunter. Okay, his name is Hunter. He is an avid listener of this podcast. He
Good.
knows UFC. He knows UFC like me and
Sweet.
you know NFL.
You should hook me up.
Actually, he knows.
Okay, that's awesome because we need a guy like that.
He knows UFC like I know football, and you know 9-game parlays that will hit.
Yes, perfect.
eight
Excellent.
out of 9 times. But
I made speaking of that, I made a 5-team parlay on the NBA the other night, and I hit 1 for 5, and I was like, it feels good to be back.
you hit it. You have another parlay today, don't you?
I do, and actually, I was gonna check on that here in a little bit and see how that's doing, but I'm just fuck it, just go for it, go nuts,
Okay.
go bananas.
So Buccaneers parade. Okay. 2 things.
What do you think was the best part?
Okay, I'll tell you the first part, which is the best part. Tom Brady getting absolutely fucking smashed and walking around like he's a drunk frat guy at like tailgate.
Did you see what he tweeted?
Yes. Yes.
He's like don't
Noting-
worry or something like that.
He said no.
And then he's like,
to see her avocado tequila.
yeah. It's like, I'm like, wow, is that in the TB12 diet? Very interesting. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he had 1 scoop of avocado ice cream as well, and he got like really crazy that night.
The jokes on Twitter were really good about him having like his first carbs in like years and stuff like that. That was really funny. Okay. But
It is funny.
I want to say the clip that I'm specifically talking about is when he's walking out of like this gate area and one of his teammates is literally holding both of his arms and like propping him up so he can walk
Yep.
like Jordan fucking Belfort on Quaaludes.
And another one that's funny is before he gets really fucked up, he sees Winfield, the guy who gave Harry
Yeah,
the
gives him the
peace sign, and he
peace
gives
sign.
him the peace sign in the cheesiest fucking smile I've ever seen. My god!
This is what I love. This is easily the best part of the parade because this is literally the greatest football player that will probably ever go down in the history of the NFL. Right? Like
Right.
I genuinely don't believe anyone else will be a 7-time Super Bowl champion
Even-
like him.
God, every episode we should rename this podcast because like we're sucking his dick every time. But here's this super interesting because
The GOAT suckers.
we would be talking about this if he was the number 1 overall pick. You know, like if he was like a Matt Stafford or a Jared Goff, and you get 7. It's like that's even if that's kind of expected of you to be very good, we would still be like, this is insane. But he was the 199th pick. He was out of Michigan. Like, you know, no one thought that he wasn't even a starter when he got drafted. You know, it's just crazy. All the things that had to go right to get him here, and now he's drunk on a boat.
And he's 43. Let's not forget that he's
God, and he's 43.
He's 43.
Dude, when at another point I'm assuming you're going to bring up is when he tossed the Lombardi to Gronk from boat to boat.
Okay, so that was my third favorite thing. The second favorite thing is actually there's a video of Gronk, and it was circling Instagram and Twitter of him lying down, shirtless with the Lombardi trophy,
Yeah.
sticking the Lombardi trophy up his ass.
You know, that man is one of the best tight ends to ever play.
I fucking love him, dude.
He's media in himself. He does whatever he wants. He does not care. Like,
He stuck the Lombardi trophy up his ass, dude.
dude, and you know what? Everyone's like, that's fair. Go for it.
Well, actually, one of the
You caught 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
one of the top comments was really funny. It just said, Gronk sus.
I don't know. I'm a huge Brady fan, but I'm also a giant Gronk fan. He was so dominant for so long in such a short span of time. I really wish he wouldn't have been plagued with as many injuries as he was.
Right.
But holy shit.
I actually have the video of of Tom Brady fucking like walking out like he's getting ejected from a club, you know? And he's like walking all like fucked up. The top comment, which it's not the top comment because it has so many likes. It's the top comment because it has so many replies to it.
Okay.
Says, how am I supposed to explain to my 8-year-old that Tom Brady binge drinks alcohol? Shouldn't he be setting a better example?
Fuck that person, dude. What the the dude okay. That dude doesn't let me think. That dude doesn't eat bacon. That dude doesn't eat, like, there's so many things that he just doesn't do because it's bad for him. And one day a year, maybe 2 days a year, like when he's on vacation, like,
the fact that I'm even giving this person any attention is already wrong because this guy's a fucking moron. But the reason why I bring it up is because he gets ratioed by so many people on Twitter, one of which I really like is this reply. You explained them that when you win the Super Bowl 7 times, solidifying your status as the GOAT, you can get smashed. Celebrate all you want, but not till then. Get out there and work hard like he did. Oh, wait.
Good,
no.
yeah.
That's not even the one that I wanted. Damn it. But basically, there's
that's
like a ton
that's
of
still
says,
fucking great.
Yeah, if you're the best at the fucking... If you're the greatest to ever play a sport, you're allowed to fucking get drunk when you win your unprecedented 7th.
But only then. Anytime before that, premature, you're an asshole.
This tweet made me say, shut the fuck up out loud.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I think that it's really crazy. Think about LeBron and how good of an athlete he is. Can you imagine if he was on the TB12 diet? Because that dude smokes cigars and drinks wine in season.
Sheesh.
Right?
He's a big wino. Big wino.
And they say that he also eats ice cream and shit like that all the time. Like, he just eats poorly. He works out a ton, obviously. He looks great, but...
I mean, okay, here's the thing. As someone, not that I'm comparing myself to LeBron James or Tom Brady, even though I'm kind of about to. I'm training for a triathlon in May. We've already talked about it. It's a half Ironman. And I'm working out pretty much every day. I'm working out, doing some sort of thing, working out for, to get my fitness levels up.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of doing all this if I can't, on Friday night
eat 2 ice cream sandwiches?
Exactly. Like what
stuff? Exactly. I agree.
What's the point of doing all this if I can't splurge? It's like being rich, right? It's like, hey, I have a shit ton of money, but I'm not going to use any of the money. It's just going to sit in my bank account. I'm not going to splurge on yachts or fucking sweet ass parties or awesome expensive cars or houses. It's like when you work out as much as Tom Brady and as LeBron James and all these other top tier athletes, and you have the metabolism of a fucking cheetah, you can eat whatever you want. You can drink whatever you want. That comes with the territory. That's because you're working out 8 hours a day to hone your craft.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's not even and that's extreme. Like, if you're just a normal person, you go to the gym 4 times a week for an hour each time,
you're
it's
fine.
you could still, if you're in your 20 to 30, you could still eat whatever you want. Most likely,
obviously, genetics plays a role and some other
right.
factors.
And you can't go to Dairy Queen and get 3 ice cream cakes and be like, this is my week. But
maybe work out every day. Then. Maybe sign up for a half.
Maybe
Ironman.
Every day.
Sign up for a half Ironman, and then you can train every day and eat whatever you want every day.
Man, I'm hungry.
It actually
Okay.
sucks because
So,
it actually sucks.
do you want to go into anything more with this parade? The thing I want to mention was it was on boats. That was sick.
Yeah, it was.
That was super cool. Great idea.
Yeah. A lot of people bitching about him not wearing a mask either. Fuck those people.
I mean, maybe they're on the boats.
Shit, I
No.
just made it political. But listen, if you're maintaining your space, if you're maintaining your space and you're outside and there's a lot of sunlight and I don't know what I'm fucking talking about, so I'm gonna shut up. But he's the GOAT, okay? And
Well, my opinion on that is just like, you're on boats. I mean, like if the people on those boats with you, I mean, they're people that you've been playing with and all that sort of shit. I don't think you're at any greater risk with not wearing your mask.
I'll be the first to say I have no fucking. I wear a mask. Let me hold on.
So do I.
Let's start over. Hi, I'm Ian, and I wear a mask.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I'm the king of spring break. That's one of my favorite Jackass clips of all time. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
He's like, I'm the king of spring break, and he's in a pool in a rich person's backyard on a jet ski, and he jumps over a hedge and lands just solidly on solid ground, and he's on the jet ski wearing like a prom tuxedo that's like bright blue. Very funny.
Man.
Jackass is great.
I fucking love Jackass. It's timeless too. Like slapstick, hurting yourself comedy will forever be funny to a large majority
Three
of people.
Stooges.
Just everything. I mean, the fucking go back to Roman time with gladiators killing themselves. That's Jackass.
Cavemen hitting each other in the head with rocks.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. Or hitting each other with clubs. That's Jackass.
All right, so while we're talking about football here, still, do you have another topic that you want to slide into after football?
UFC.
Because I've got some more football stuff.
I also have one more football point, but you go first.
Well, I wanted to do some trade talk because there's some rumors floating around, and I kind of want to discuss some of that.
Oh, if you're gonna talk about fucking Odell Beckham to the
that
fucking
is one.
Bucks or something, I'm not having it. I'm not even.
No, that's one that I'm.
No,
I just want to get your opinion. No. These are not like. I just want to talk about the things that are out there and your opinion on the topic. Like if Odell goes to the Bucks, what do you think about that? Like they're gonna have if that happens, that means they're getting rid of Godwin, and they might even be getting rid of Antonio Brown.
Didn't they just re-sign Godwin?
No, they signed Evans. Godwin's a free agent this year, unless they did it like today or yesterday, and I didn't see it.
Johnny Walks, fucking giving out fake news. Unless you're the fake news, Andrew, which is definitely true because you have fake newsed it all up with the fucking Nuggets and the Lakers playing the finals.
Have you gotten coconut mauled on TikTok yet?
Have I got? No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay, never mind.
What the fuck is that?
All it is so on TikTok they'll play a video and it's like showing you something. It's like watch this to do this, and then it will freeze, and then it will say there's a level called Coconut Mall in Mario Kart, and it will start playing the music, and a dude just says, "You just got coconut mauled. Send this to all your friends so you can coconut maul them." And it's so stupid.
Oh my god!
But it's I've been coconut mauled a lot in the last couple of days.
Look, I'm looking at the B3T Sports Slack. We're sponsored by B3TSports.com. Go to B3TSports.com to read to read all about sports. Johnny Walk says, given they re-signed Chris Godwin, he literally said that today at 12:51 p.m.
I don't think that's true.
I didn't
get a single.
He writes for us, which is a problem if he's lying because that means he's spreading fake news around.
Yeah, I don't. If that's true, I'll be very impressed because that means that they're definitely going to get rid of. Yeah, we're only playing 2020. He's going to be a free agent this year.
All right. Yeah,
unrestricted free agent. He could sign where. I mean, I'm assuming. First dibs will be to the Bucks. The Bucks might want to bring him back, but he's going to be expensive.
Well, here's the thing. So let's get back to your original question about OBJ joining the Bucks and my thoughts about it. if he replaces Godwin, I could see it maybe working out. And here's the reason why. Obviously, when you bring a bunch of talent, especially high-profile talents like OBJ, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, your dream team, if you will, and bring them to a team, they don't mesh well, right? Too many cooks in the kitchen, all this other stuff. However, what makes the Bucks different is that they have Tom Brady. They have the greatest quarterback of all time, and yes, I'm sucking his dick again, but it actually matters because when Tom Brady says, hey, do this, or hey, stop doing this, or hey, we need to work together as a team. This isn't the Odell Beckham show. This isn't the Antonio Brown show. This isn't the Mike Evans show.
Right.
They fucking fall in line because
it's the Lenny show.
You're right. It's Lenny's
kicks
world.
Down the door. He's like, hand me the fucking football.
It's all just Lenny's world, and we're living in it. But I think that really matters because everyone needs someone to look up to, and every team needs a true leader. And for the Bucks, that's obviously Tom Brady. And Tom Brady has such a unprecedented resume that you have to listen to him, right? Like you have to listen to him.
I agree.
So I could see it actually working
Listen, here's the deal. Eli beat Tom twice, and fucking Odell didn't listen to Eli.
Well, okay. Like that's completely different. That's completely different. Because they were a completely different team.
No, I mean I agree with you. I'm just throwing that tidbit out there. To me, Odell. Here's my concern. He might not be healthy. He might not be healthy. He hasn't been healthy in like 3 years.
Well, my hope, if this is real, is first off, how real is this rumor?
Oh, it's just floating. I have seen nothing substantial. It's just, again, that my whole topic here is I'm going to throw a couple things at you that I have heard rumors about.
Okay.
I just want to get
your well, my knee-jerk reaction is that one, I don't really care about Odell Beckham. Like, I don't think he is as good as he used to be, mostly because of his health issues, but also because looking at the Browns this past season when he got hurt, the team actually gelled together a lot better. And a lot of the speculation was that Baker was trying to force it to Odell. I don't see Tom doing that to Odell, right? And that kind of leads back to my point, which is Tom is going to throw to whoever's open. He's going to make the best decisions available on the field. So I could see Odell actually working in this system. That would be a monster dream team. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But
okay, so here's my next thing. This one is a little bit more substantial. The Raiders are apparently extremely interested in Juju. Like very much, like very interested in Juju.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see
I mean,
that.
they need a wide receiver one bad, right?
Yeah, I like Juju. I didn't like him dancing on people's logos and then getting fucking losing to the Bengals.
Yeah, if they were winning, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
because then people are like, but you can't do that and then lose, and you can't do it and lose, do it again, lose, do it again, and then lose. Like that's where it.
And then get
if you would have done it once and lost, yeah, exactly. Do it once, lose. Even if you do it a second time and you lose again, then I'm kind of like, okay, you got to fucking stop. But 3 times, that didn't go through your head like, hey, maybe I should not do this.
Right. And I do like him, like I said. He's been on Part of My Take a couple times, and I really like the interviews that he does. He's a big gamer, big Twitch guy. I like his personality. So I want him to be successful, okay? And to be honest, I don't know what to think about the Steelers. Obviously, I fucking hate them because I'm a diehard Ravens fan, and I love watching their organization implode. I don't know what to do because I don't know what Ben's doing. Like, it just seems like they're on this
If Ben
fringe.
retires, that team is going to have a rough year next year if Ben retires.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. It doesn't make I don't know.
But I don't think Ben looked like he didn't look great, but he was definitely a top 15 quarterback still last year, wasn't he? Like in your mind watching him play football?
Yeah, I think the biggest, remember they were 11-0 right?
Yeah.
And then they had this huge drop off, right? Huge
Well,
drop
it's
off,
funny
and a lot of
to use the
people.
word drop because a lot of their receivers were the problem. They just couldn't catch the football. Ben
Right.
put it on the money a couple of times really well, and Deontay Johnson couldn't do it, and Chase Claypool was having issues. Even Juju was just dropping the ball. Eric Ebron for sure was dropping the ball.
Right, exactly. And they had this huge drop off, pun intended. And then obviously James Conner got hurt and he wasn't looking that great. Their run game wasn't that great. And then they get fucking obliterated by the Browns first round of the playoffs. So I genuinely don't know.
God, they got fucked. I forgot how bad they lost.
Obliterated, dude. Fucking obliterated.
That was so fun to watch.
Yeah, it was. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Steelers, and which leads me to I could see Juju going to the Raiders, and let's be real, Juju in Vegas, that's a match made in heaven.
Here's a question for you. As a Ravens fan, if you had gun to your head and they're like, one of these teams has to win a Super Bowl, do you want it to be the Browns or the Steelers?
It'd be the Browns. I want the Browns to win.
I figured that's what you'd say. I was just curious.
100%. I mean, the Steelers are arch rivals through and through. Number one. If there's one organization that I want to fail, it's going to be the Steelers. I don't love the Browns, don't get me wrong. I mean, AFC North, like they're number 2 in the rival department, but no one's going to top the Steelers.
Sure. Okay. No, I was just curious. Okay. Next trade. Carson Wentz to the Bears.
I thought this was real. This is real.
I mean, it hasn't happened, so I mean, it's as real
Wait,
as.
what do you mean? I saw it all over Twitter.
He hasn't been traded.
What do you mean he hasn't been traded?
What do you mean? What do I mean? He hasn't been traded to the Bears. What are you talking about?
Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. I definitely, because I live in Chicago. I have a bunch of friends who are Bears fans. I'm in a bunch of group chats. I'm not in a bunch of group chats. I'm in one group chat that has a bunch of Bears fans in it. And people were talking about Carson Wentz getting traded.
Yes.
I immediately went to Twitter. I saw fucking Ian Rappaport talk about it. And then I saw Tariq Cohen being like, nah, like everyone's saying I'm being traded to the Eagles. It's not true. I talked to the coaches. I'm good. And I'm like, oh, okay. But then I kept reading and stuff and it said Carson Wentz traded. Nick Foles is going to be a part of the trade, some first round picks.
Yeah, that was all speculated. I mean, like it just hasn't.
What do you mean it's all speculation?
It hasn't happened. What do you want me to? There's a yes and a no. He is on the Bears. Is he on the Bears right now? No, he is not. Carson Wentz is not on the Bears. That's what I'm telling you right now.
So then why was everyone talking about it?
Because it's being talked about. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Literally,
why would they talk about it? That's what I would like to know. That's what I'm asking you right now. Why would they talk about it? Do you want Carson Wentz on the Bears?
I don't give a fuck about Carson Wentz.
Do you think that's good for the Bears?
No, I don't. I
don't think it's good for them. Is he better than Mitch Trubisky?
Yes. Yes, he is. But let me tell you, not by much. And I definitely
Mitch is younger.
And Mitch is younger, and I definitely don't think that he's the answer for their offense. 100% it's not Carson Wentz. I would bet my 401k, which is all tied up in GameStop right now. But once I get it out, I will then bet whatever I have left, diamond hands, I'm holding, but diamond hands, I will put whatever left I have on the table to bet Carson Wentz not the answer. The Bears will be another 8-8 team next season. Maybe they'll have a winning record. Maybe they'll somehow make another wild card playoff if they add another wild card spot. I don't fucking know, but they're not the answer.
Nagy is my big issue.
He's terrible. He's a terrible coach.
Yeah, like that's like if they have Nagy still, then I'm like, yeah. And the flip side of this is it would be like Tariq Cohen and it would be Nick Foles and some picks or whatever for Carson Wentz. So back to the Eagles side, I mean you've got Jalen Hurts and they pulled Jalen Hurts in the weirdest game we've ever seen. Like in a full straight tank, even though he wasn't playing well. I'm not going to say he was playing well, but it's your QB of the future. If you get Nick Foles again on the Eagles, who's your starter?
It's going to be 100% Hurts.
It's got to be, right?
But Doug Peterson, I mean, he got fired. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
He made some really bad decisions this season. That being one of them, pulling fucking Jalen Hurts out. And clearly just giving the Redskins, the Washington football team a victory to get into the playoffs. I I don't know what to say about Doug Peterson and the Eagles, but I do like that trade from an Eagles perspective. Nick Foles is a great backup quarterback. You have Tariq Cohen, who is recovering from an injury, but he's a great running back. And you get another first-round pick for someone who you're stuck in a contract with.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's rumored that if this deal goes through, that the Bears would end up, or I mean the Eagles would end up paying part of it still. But, I mean, just getting a huge haircut on it, obviously.
Yeah, no, for sure. Wait. Just real quick, just about the Carson Wentz trade. Why is it not official yet? Is there some trade? Like, are you allowed to make trades right now?
One, I don't think you are allowed to make trades right now. I think that you have to wait. There's a certain point in time when trades are available. I think you can agree to trades in principle. Like, for example, I don't know if the Stafford trade to the Rams is technically legit official. I think that there's just a verbal commitment because of the timelines that they have in their contracts, like as a season or as an org in the NFL. But I think a lot of teams who end up making those things public definitely go with it, because if you don't, who's going to trade with you ever again? Nobody.
It's sort of like my word is as strong as oak.
Right. Exactly.
That was a Jerry Maguire reference for any of you listening.
Show me the money. Okay, so the next one.
It's my Quan, Jerry. It's my Quan.
This one hits home to you. I don't know if you're aware of your tackle situation in Ravens country.
Go on.
Orlando Brown wants a trade.
That's fine. Orlando Brown can leave.
He's in his third year. He's 2-time Pro Bowler. I mean, he's good.
Yeah, I know, dude. Fuck. I mean, we just signed Ronnie Stanley to a long,
who is better than extension. Orlando Brown?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ronnie Stanley's our best tackle, and
right.
And Orlando Brown actually filled in for Ronnie Stanley on the blind side for Lamar. So I shouldn't have been so rash when I said that he can leave, but I don't he just never really meshed well with the team. I don't know how to really say it. Yes, he's a Pro Bowler. Yes, he did a pretty good job filling in for Ronnie Stanley. There's just something weird about him. I don't know what it is.
With him being so young, I will say this: the Ravens will get a fucking haul for him.
We can trade. First off, the Ravens can trade better than pretty much any other team. I truly believe that.
I really want the Panthers to grab Orlando Brown, so bad, unbelievably badly, because the next year is still on his rookie deal. So we get 1 year free, not free, but 1 year of really cheap Pro Bowl tackle.
Right.
And I would love that so much, but I don't think it's gonna happen. That's kind of all I have for these trade rumors. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that is out and about.
I have one talking point about the NFL, and it's really just a recap. Last episode we talked about Antonio Brown and Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Who would we rather have on our team in their primes? We said Antonio Brown. We were both on the same page on that.
For once, yeah.
For once. We both love Antonio Brown. That's not a slight against Calvin Johnson. He is one of the best wide receivers of all time. Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
Yeah, he was inducted this last time with Peyton Manning.
Okay, cool. So, obviously Hall of Famer. We got fucking ratioed on social media. Big time, dude. Big time.
Yeah.
We B3T Sports Instagram put out a poll. Our Bet Bath & Beyond podcast Instagram page put out a poll, and we got fucking smashed. Everyone's picking Megatron. Everyone's picking Calvin Johnson over AB. So,
which
I'm here to acknowledge that
crazy.
Everyone's crazy except for us. Okay, everyone's crazy except for me and you, Andrew. It's me and you versus the fucking world.
I liked it. Johnny Walks posted a picture of, it's the famous picture of Calvin on the line and then two guys on him, on press. And I just posted the picture of Antonio Brown twerking in the end zone.
And then I posted a picture of him stomping on the Browns kicker.
Yeah, where he does the foot kick.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. So UFC 258, Usman versus Gilbert Burns. Okay. My tipster, Hunter, is his name, or is what we'll call him, because that's his
Okay.
name. Because that's his name. Okay. Avid listener Hunter. He says that he took a DraftKings boost to get plus 270 on Gilbert Burns for this weekend. Usman is favored, but before the DraftKings boost, Gilbert Burns was at plus 220. Okay? And he thinks this is way too generous for bookmakers because it's always been closer than that. Usman just has more name recognition, and so that's why a ton of people are hammering Usman. And I'll be honest, that's exactly why I'm hammering Usman.
Sure.
Because I honestly, I don't know a whole lot about UFC. And obviously I love to watch the title fights. Like I watched Conor McGregor and I forget, I even fucking Poirier. I watched them fight, and that was a great fight. And I'll watch Stylebender. Stylebender's coming up after this. UFC 259.
Rough and Rowdy.
259. Rough and Rowdy. Jose Canseco being a huge bitch.
What a pussy.
But Hunter knows what he's talking about. He does know UFC. I've been around the kid watching UFC fights with him. He's pretty good with the bet slip when it comes to UFC.
All right, yeah. No, I believe it. I'm in. I'm all in. Well, I'm not all in,
Gilbert
but I'm
Burns,
in.
I think, look, this is just a tip. I think Gilbert Burns, and depending on your boost, you can get plus 270 on Gilbert Burns. And who knows, by the time the fight actually rolls around on Saturday, that number might, depending on how things shake out, could be even a better value bet. Just know, plus 220 is a value bet. So if you're getting at least plus 220, hammer Gilbert Burns.
Do you want to know? It's still open. Let me see here. None of these games have happened yet. I'm just looking at my parlay. I'm looking at my parlay.
Your NBA parlay?
My NBA parlay. I wasn't sure if one of these games was happening. It says one of these games happened at 6:40. So that's happening.
List the parlay out.
Okay. I've got the I have the Matt Lack is going to be so pissed at me. I have the Blazers.
Anti-Philly
I have the
podcast.
Trailblazers. Yeah, I have them plus 5.5 against Philly.
Okay.
I've got the Raptors money line against the Celtics. I've got the Magic against the Warriors. That's a little fucking dicey. But, and then I got the Rockets plus 2.5 over the Heat.
How much money did you put on this?
$5.
To win how much?
143.
Value parlay.
Value parlay, baby. Let's go.
You're going to fucking lose it again.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
this is only a 4-team parlay.
Tickets. It's like buying scratch-offs.
This is a little bit more like, I'm hip. I'm aware. I'm in.
I'm hip. Hey, young fellas, I'm hip.
Yeah. Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, enter Steve Buscemi with a fucking skateboard.
Oh man.
Let's see. Okay, I have another. What do you have next? What do you have? Go ahead.
I think honestly we covered all my topics in.
You didn't need Andrew. I said pick 5 talking points to come to this podcast.
I came with VR, something for VR, and we already talked about VR.
Wait. What specifically did you want to talk about VR?
We were going to talk about the game that we have yet to play, the Echo.
Oh, okay.
And I want to spin off of that because we were talking about some other games that would be really fucking fun, but they're not supported for the Quest. And I wanted to kind of get I know you're like competition huge right now. Apple's coming out with a thing, and there's innovation happening all the time with this VR stuff. And I kind of wanted to know how long you think you have to wait before you are either going to have a headset that can do it all, or you're going to buy a computer so that way you can hook in and like play some of these greater titles.
As far as I'm concerned, the Quest 2 can do it all. You might have to plug it into... No, I'm serious. You might have to plug it into a PC, a gaming PC, which, I mean, you have to do already with the Rift. But I think the Oculus being able to freestand, be untethered for 2 hours of gameplay, and also have the capacity to play PC games. You can play Steam on it. You can do side quest and side load all the Steam games that are available on VR. I think the Quest 2 really is the headset that's going to, and I've said this a million times, but I'm saying it again, that's going to mainstream VR because of its price point, because of the fact that it's untethered, and because it can pretty much do it all. Now, that being said, there are obviously more robust, better headsets out there capable of running like, you know, higher games like VR chat, you know, or
like VR chat,
or even Half-Life. So to answer your question, I think that the Quest 2 is going to be, there's already competitors like Apple, like you just said. Apple's working on VR. There's a Chinese company that's working on their own Quest 2. There's like a lot of these companies that are coming out of the woodworks because the Oculus Quest 2 is so successful. I mean, it's breaking all these records. It really is mainstreaming the VR space. So you're going to have these other tech giants from around the world come in and try to get some of that pie,
right.
some of that VR pie. That's great for everyone involved because when there's competition, better products are being made, especially at a cheaper price, and you don't have some monopoly like Facebook owning the entire VR space.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm really pumped for the Apple. The Apple one looks like it's
You're
maybe
an
a
Apple
year.
junkie, aren't you?
I am an Apple junkie. I love all their products. And I have high expectations for this VR set that's being made by Apple right now. It's looking like it'll probably be released in the next year, maybe 2 years max, depending on how all the testing and shit goes. But the price point's like three grand. So but it's going to be quality. It's going to be quality. You know, Apple's going to produce. Well, that's what Apple does. Yeah, it does. So, I mean, knock on wood, but I think it's going to be really solid. So I'm going to get that.
All right.
As long as it has good reviews.
Yes, as long as it has good reviews. Oh, okay. What's your next?
My last, because I did all 5. I actually did my homework, Andrew. I actually did all 5.
I have a final one here, but I don't know if we get to it. We'll see.
Okay. Trading cards.
Oh, okay.
Not, okay, I know what you're thinking because I've talked about it already on this podcast. Pokemon is a trading card game that I'm heavily invested into, and I still am. Okay, I scour eBay every fucking day looking at first edition Pokemon
Do you ever
cards.
check Facebook Marketplace, or is that like trash for trying to? Okay.
I do it, and I will tell you, I've been doing this for several months now. Look at me, already several months into the game. eBay always has lower prices than Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is always trying to get the value that it's at currently or a higher value, but since eBay has auctions, you can get them at much lower prices.
Right. Okay.
So the trading cards that I actually want to talk about are sports trading cards because just like Pokemon trading cards, the entire trading card space is continuing to grow. And I think it's risen, the entire trading card space, like just since last year, like just since...
That feels weird to me.
I know.
Okay, so we're same page. It's like, it's I would never have guessed it. Like if you asked me like what retro thing was still going to be, like I would have put money on like DVDs or Blu-rays over like physical cards.
Well,
like, you know, for like movie junkies and stuff like that. Just, you know what I mean?
I mean, maybe for maybe movie collectors or stuff. But the beautiful thing about trading cards is that it's not a piece of technology. You know, it's a piece of cardboard that collectors can easily collect, right? So I think one of the main reasons why these cards are getting so popular so quickly is because I can at least speak for Pokemon with people like Logan Paul and some of these huge YouTube internet personalities that are starting to buy up and do like card opening packs on YouTube. Mm-hmm. In fact, Logan Paul is doing something for the 25th anniversary of Pokemon in February, this month actually.
That's crazy. Dude, his demographic is like all children too. Like I bet that does so well for him.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Is that his brother then? One of them, their demographic is much younger people than like
definitely Jake Paul. Definitely Jake Paul.
Okay, maybe it's Jake.
Who's his younger brother, but Logan actually. So I'm trying to be careful with what I said because I don't want to act like I'm a Logan Paul fanboy, and I really don't watch his videos.
Pauler.
Yeah, Pauler. I really don't watch his videos all that often. I have watched his previous Pokemon unboxing.
Right.
He has definitely turned a leaf since his previous scandals with like going into the Japanese suicide forest and filming dead bodies and being nonchalant about it and stuff like that. Like he definitely has turned a new, corner or turned a leaf into his turned a leaf. Is that a fucking saying? Turn to
when
leaf.
you're in the Suicide Forest, it is.
And I feel like he's actually trying to do good. And this event that he's holding later this month for Pokemon is actually for charity. So like he does raise a lot of money for charity. So I will give him a pat on the back for that. And it's going to be super entertaining, especially for Pokemon collectors like me, because they're all first edition base set. And he's paid like $2 million for like 5 booster packs, like these huge boxes.
God, okay.
They're like $350 each, $350K each.
Jesus Christ.
It's so much money. And so that'll be really cool. And you can actually auction and buy the packs that he'll open. And you can actually like buy those cards. Obviously, you won't know what you got until he opens the pack.
Yeah, right.
Right. So it is a little bit of like gambling almost, but it is for charity. It's like a raffle. Fuck, what are we talking about? Okay, so trading cards. The reason why they've gotten so popular is because of internet personalities, Logan Paul, Pokemon, and then also what's his fucking nuts. What's his name? We threw out his name. No, who's the guy? Gary Vaynerchuk. Do you know him?
Okay.
He's like that entrepreneur.
I believe I've heard the...
He's a big YouTube entrepreneur, internet personality, like does like a lot of like speeches and fucking like, just fucking do it. Just fucking quit your job and just fucking like live your dreams. And that's all great and stuff. But he's kind of a prick, and he's actually been hanging out with some terrible scam artists, like Ty Lopez, if you know who that is.
Perfect.
Do you know who that is? Ty Lopez?
No, I don't, but just the
I'm
idea
glad
of like
you don't.
somebody like
I'm
that.
glad you don't, because this guy is someone who... Ty Lopez is the type of guy who rents a Lamborghini and rents a mansion for a day, you know, and then makes
films
exactly. Makes a video.
You want to know how I got this? Knowledge.
Exactly. Buy my course. You know,
it's like,
money.
What a fucking piece of shit. That's so stupid. And it works too. Otherwise, you would never see these ads. He's not the only one who does that shit either. Like, there's so many people who do that.
Oh, there's an enormous amount of people that do this, because there are people out there that want to get rich quick, want to get rich easy, and they're looking for a formula for success. And then some guy like Ty Lopez can just come in, pretend like he has a lot of money, because that's what he's doing when he rents stuff, you know, and then says, hey, look at me. You want to get where I am? Just follow this easy 5-step formula.
That's like,
and you'll be as rich as me.
That's like being a fat guy and then going to get lipo and gastric bypass and then like putting on a bunch of gym stuff and being like, here's my before, here's my after. You want to get on my diet, and then like, you know, posting it out there for all, and you're like, it's super easy. All you gotta do is commit. It's like, fuck yourself.
Exactly. When in actuality, if you want to lose a lot of weight and you want to look good, you got to put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. Right. It's not easy, right? It's not easy. You can't just do a shortcut. So, yeah, I'm going to get on like a huge tangent if I'm not careful. But anyway, Gary V was hanging out with, he's done videos with Ty Lopez, and that made me literally lose all the respect I had for him. But he's always been talking about trading cards and how they're going to make a comeback and stuff. And then when you talk about it enough and you fucking pitch it enough and you have millions of followers on YouTube, you're going to start getting these kinds of traction, right?
Right.
So he's been talking about it forever. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Top 10 sports trading cards according to eBay. Okay.
Is this like so are these all sports, or is this a specific sport?
All sports. So this is all sports. And I do not collect these. I can see myself actually collecting trading cards, sports trading cards, in the future, because I do enjoy collecting Pokemon cards, and it does have that nostalgia. Some of these athletes are nostalgic for me. And it is just cool because obviously we love sports. We love talking about it.
Okay. You've got the list of top 10, right?
Top 10 right here.
I'm going to guess a couple, and I don't care if I'm like 10 or what. I just want you to tell me if they're on there, okay?
Go for it.
Jordan has to be on there, right?
He is. Do you want to guess where in the top 10 Jordan is?
4.
No.
Okay, where is he?
Number 1.
Really? No shit. Okay, I mean,
yes.
I shouldn't be so surprised. I mean, if I wasn't gonna go 4, I was gonna go 1. There's no way he was lower half. I thought maybe I'd be cute and see if you were throwing me for a loop. Okay. What about is Tom Brady on there?
He's not. And before you guess, No NFL players are on this list.
You're
Now-
kidding. I thought that there would for sure be like I'm thinking Elway or something like that.
I don't know why, and that's I saw the same thing, and didn't understand why there were no NFL player cards, and maybe NFL. Because when I think of trading cards, I actually think about baseball first.
I do
baseball
too.
trading cards.
I think
feel
about
like were the
baseball
most-
and Big League Chew.
Yeah, exactly. Same. And so I expected baseball players, and there are a lot of baseball players on this list, but no NFL. I don't know why that is. I don't know.
Okay, so next would be Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kobe's number 2.
Yep. Okay, and then probably is Kareem on there.
He's not.
Okay, so that
I'll give you a hint. Number 3 is a current player.
LeBron.
Yep. LeBron is number 3 on the list.
Barry Bonds, is he on there?
No, but that's a great guess.
Damn it. Is Aaron Judge?
Nope. Also a good guess. I'll give you a
It-
hint. Number 4 plays the same sport as the first 3 players, and he still plays in the NBA.
Is it KD?
Nope.
Steph.
That is who I thought you were going to guess first, and
right.
that's not it. And that would have been my
right.
guess as well. Now, this person has only played like 30 games in his career.
Zion.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I could get that. I mean, like he had so much hype coming in. I mean, it makes sense why that would be a very high value card to want to get early.
So we have MJ, Kobe, LeBron, and Zion are the top
So they're
4.
all basketball. So okay, is 5 also a basketball player?
No, 5 is baseball.
Okay. Is it Babe Ruth? Do they have baseball cards of Babe Ruth?
No, they don't. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how. I got this list.
Sure.
I got this. I shouldn't admit this. God damn it. I got this list. It's an eBay official list, but someone tweeted it out on Twitter. Fucking Darren Rovell. And I saw it because I don't follow him. Fuck that guy. But I saw him on my news feed because someone retweeted it. And now that I'm looking on this list, I know for a fucking fact that fucking Mickey Mantle is like the number one card.
Number one
the
baseball
Mickey,
card.
Yeah, like the Mickey Mantle. So honestly, I don't really know. Like maybe these are the top.
That.
Yeah, because these are the top maybe 10 trending cards.
I
Because
could definitely
Mickey
see that.
Mantle, I know for a fact Mickey Mantle is the creme de la creme of sports trading cards.
Yeah, okay. I'd
Sort
see
of like
that.
how Charizard first edition base set is the
Is
creme de la creme
Yeah.
of the Pokemon world. But let's keep going. Number 5 on this list is a baseball player. He still plays. He's currently playing, and he plays on the West Coast.
Is he a pitcher?
No, he's known for his batting.
I don't know.
His last name has a fish in it.
A fish in it?
Yeah, have you? You might not even know who this person is.
I don't. I probably don't.
Do you know who
Mike Trout.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, no. When you said fish, I didn't know if you meant it has like the sound FISH in it, or if it actually is a fish name. I was like Carafish, something like I was like, I don't know who any of these people would be. Mike Trout. That makes sense.
I really don't think you'll get the rest of this list.
Is Baumgartner on it? That's all I have to know.
Is who?
Baumgartner,
Oh, no.
the bull rider.
Yeah. Madison Bumgarner. What a fucking legend, though. John Morand.
Nope.
John Mordant.
No, I'm not telling you. No, I'm saying I don't know that person.
Okay. Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Fernando Tatis.
Nope.
Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I should have known that.
And Ronald Acuna.
Nope. There are a couple on there I should have known, but
Ken Griffey and Derek Jeter. I would expect Ken Griffey and Derek Jeter to be higher on the list. MJ makes sense as number 1. Obviously, like I said, Mickey Mantle. I don't know where all that stands.
To be completely honest with you, I believe that MJ drove those prices up by buying all of his own cards. So,
and I took offense to that.
and I took that personally.
I took that personally. Oh god. I need to rewatch The Last Dance.
I was thinking about that too. It's on Netflix now too, so it's
such a good documentary.
So I have one more thing, but if we want, we're at an hour here. I could, and it's not already time specific. We can talk about it next week if you want to.
Yeah, tease it for next week.
All right, it's LCS. It's talking about League of Legends, and it's interesting.
Oh, thank God! Actually, you know what? Just how about this? How about you just table it, fold it? Actually, write down a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in a drawer, and just make sure to remember it
sometime
next week.
It's funny because it's not about the sport of League of Legends. It's about an ideology of how rosters are formed, and I kind of wanted to get your take as somebody who doesn't watch esports necessarily. Although I think with VR stuff, you're gonna start watching esports more.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'll watch fucking Echo and Beat Saber.
But all right, I think we're out.
All right, grapefruit time, baby.
Grapefruit.
Normally, you can only get this technique in one of my classes, but I wanted to share this with you because I believe every man should get grapefruited. When you grapefruit your man, it's going to feel as if you are giving him head and fucking him at the same time.
Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling.
Valentino Summers and Wave Runners. Chains on my niggas like slave runners. Drug dealers anonymous. Valentino Summers and Wave Runners. Chains on my niggas like slave runners. Drug dealers anonymous. How many Madonnas can that Mazda fit? My brick talk is more than obvious. It's ominous. Garage is the phantom. Ghouls, ghosts, and goblins. Blonde mohawk the collection. I'm Dennis Rodman.
No better feeling would he ever get than being grapefruited. No better feeling would he ever get than
Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling.
Time to hit the showers because baths are for babies.